What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Good evening, I guess. I just wanted to do a part 2 to my previous video on Lucid. So I'm going to go over all the things that you need to know and more. Before I get into any of that, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So in case you guys did miss, I did do a first Lucid video all about the data points at the time and how there was a lot of question marks that was happening with Lucid because the broader market was rallying. ADP non-farm employment did come out today, and thus people are equating that to rate cuts. So you can kind of see for the September meeting, there's a fairly good indication that there's going to be at least a 25 to potentially a 50 basis point cut. So that in among itself was fueling the broader market, but Lucid was lagging. There was no news, nothing like that to really justify that at the time, but at the same time, you also did see larger institutions selling, which added downward pressure. And to make things even weirder, you had shorts returning their shares. So I did a video at the time saying, like, honestly, something negative must be coming because institutions are selling, and like, you know how things are, everything's perfect in the market, but generally someone knows something all the time. And it was very clear that institutions knew that this was coming. And it looks like right here under SEC filings, there was this S8 submitted today after hours at 5:06. And so this S8 that did come out, in my opinion, isn't really justified reason for it to go down 2.11% because it is dilution. Not gonna lie, it's not the best, but it does show it is a additional 119 million Class A common stock. So that is very high. And just to give you a good overview of what that is going to do for damage. So currently the outstanding shares is 2.31 billion. So adding another 119 million, it's not good. And so that in turn is what caused it to go down. But it's kind of funny. The whole issuance right here of this S8 is associated to that employee stock plan that was just approved during the recent shareholder meeting. So it's kind of weird how the market is acting because we already do know that it was approved. And so it's, I don't know, it's acting like this came out of left field. So highly suggesting popping over, listening to the first video because it goes over a lot of things, but all in all, it was because of this. This is why Lucid did go down. So on a side note, it kind of does look sketchy, if that makes sense, coming from Lucid's standpoint. And the reasoning is, if you look at the document submitted to the SEC, they submitted this S8. So they're registering those 119 million shares for the incentive plan. So meaning they want to give it to employees, lower level employees and whatever else. But they haven't actually even published the results of their shareholder meeting. I did live stream that, so we already essentially know the results. But normally, any company is supposed to formally submit a document outlining the actual votes for, against, everything, and give it to the SEC. So it's very weird that Lucid is submitting this S8 prior to that 8K that will be coming out. Hopefully this is just more of an omission and it will be coming out tomorrow, but still chronologically, this doesn't look good coming from Lucid's standpoint. It kind of shows that they are somewhat in a rush to issue these shares to various employees, and I think it actually even extends to consultants. But still, I just wanted to go over exactly why Lucid did go down, and so you kind of get a twofold video. So you get part 1 and this is part 2. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that, and as usual, take advantage of this promo. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it, and they give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. Kick-ass deal. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.